Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Dark Souls and recording it all on VHS. Last time, we found Seath, and he threw us in prison. That jerk. Well, joke's on him. We have humanity. We have a nice big bonfire. We have a fully upgraded Velka sword that is, an offhand weapon. We have this really lazy snake guard, but we'll come back to him. So I do really kind of dig this, this prison break sequence. Dear me, stop being bad at this game. Anytime now. Anytime now. Anyway, as I was saying, so, yeah, like, I do really dig that it's like, okay, there's a locked door over here, and there's like 3 other little crystal dudes in this cell, and this door's locked. Well, what do I do now? Well, here's a snake. And, oh hey, we get ourselves a cell key. Again, just like really rad creature design. Hey, my dude, you've got places to be. That's right, get out of here. Okay, we're looking at 3 hits per snake, so good info to have. Now, first time, I probably wouldn't have prioritized getting down to the bottom of this quite so much, but that noise is really awful and annoying, and it just gets old real dang fast. Okay, these are one-hit wonders. And again, like, really neat creature design. Like, they've... I really dig that creature design. It is... I don't know, it just really communicates, like, something really bad is happening here. And their attacks of like, having this, like, their grab attack is really just kind of awful. Their usual, like, they've got some spit attack, they have, like, please don't. I don't know, all I got, really, like, in short, they're neat. I'm still bummed about, like, only getting 3 shots on homing soul mass. Like, it feels wrong not having 5. Dear snakes, I would really like to hit this lever. Please don't lightning me. Okay, we've got 2 almost dead snakes. We've got the wild card snake over here just causing trouble. Alright, you should be done. Alright. Snake problem dealt with. Having some more fun with that camera, but hooray, the awful noise has stopped. Oh, I never remember what's in here. This is a key to get out. That's what it is. So we see down there, oh hey, that's another big cell. Oh look, there's a big shiny item down there. I wonder what it could be. Spoilers, it's a Firekeeper soul, which is real good. I would really, could really do with more than a +2 flask. Like, I've put off doing New Londo things, which again, like in my first playthrough, I would have gone to New Londo and like I went through I went through like all of New Londo that I could, I think, until I got to the, the part where I got you need the seal to continue. And then you have these two. So these ones are smaller than the other of these creatures. And they are crying. I swear FromSoft has used that same crying sound effect somewhere else, and I'm trying to place it. These ones are also tougher, for whatever reason. And we get two really big miracles out of that. Soothing Sunlight is the one that restores hit points for yourself and anyone nearby. I'm sorry, 48 faith? Jeez, okay, never gonna use these. And Bountiful Sunlight is like really, it's replenishment, but also for your team. Yeah, it's a nice little bit of just like, hey, here's what sort of wrong is going on here. Of, yep, great, Seath is taking people, experimenting on them, and doing bad things. Great. He's also captured good old Big Hat.
Hello again. What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge, so close but just out of reach. The thought offends me so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, eh? Hello again. Alas, I'm in the archive.
Alright, same line. Now, the first time through, I definitely spent a lot of time down here wandering around that pile of gears, because I was just so intrigued. I've never realized just like how stark the lighting is on this. Of it, like the light is clearly coming from like down here, which I guess would be those two lights. Cass, pretty like that. It looks neat. It looks neat. All right. Well, now that it's nice and quiet, let's have a look around these cells. Well, there's the extra key. That's good. Didn't realize that was all the way down to the bottom cell. That is that's a nice little time save on dealing with, trying to explore. So things like that is why the jump attack in Dark Souls is like the best thing, because it doesn't, it seems like it's an uninterruptible sort of thing. So it's like, even if you hit a wall, you're going to attack through it. This is just the way down, right? Yep. Also, I'm closing these doors just in case we come back down this way. We don't have to deal with the ads. They don't know how to open doors. Also, in one of these cells, if we had bought all of Rhea's spells, then she would have ended up in one of these cells instead of just killed by Petrus. So, hooray? Alright. Let's deal with that snake that's coming down for us. And if I were smart, I would have attuned fall control ahead of time. Because it's time for an amount of falling. We'll come back to this door. We do already have the key, but hey, let's get the rest of the things. So that's all of Rhea's gear. Is she in this cell? It might be this cell. It might be another one. Not entirely sure. I also am not wearing a second ring right now. I just realized, because we use that ring of... It has a name. Let's go for the wolf ring? Yeah, sure. The ring of sacrifice. That's what that was. Forgot to re-equip a ring afterwards. Okay. So, at this point, it's trying to figure out where the safe point is to drop down. Going that way is a dead end, I think. Yeah, that fall will get you killed. This side, you can at least drop down. Back to Snake Town. But again, I do love, like, this environment. The big pile of gears down at the bottom that suggest, like, some sort of horrid machinery. That terrible noise machine that is actual horrid machinery. A prison that is also a library. Like, there's so little space in here that is not just filled with books. I don't know what it is, but, like, you know, this scale of library is just like this is incredible and also kind of terrifying of just that many books in one place, I guess. Like, in a fantasy setting, of course. Like, I don't know. Am I making any sense in my ramblings here? I don't think I am. But let's scoot on to something that I know I can talk about. These doors. This is something FromSoft is exceptional at, is like placing these doors that you open very slowly, and like they're meant for you to open with your camera directly behind you, and you get this perfect framing of like this light that's too bright to see, and then as you come out you have that big crystal spire, and you have this jerk around the corner that ruins everything, and then you're also getting shot by arrows, and it's like you have that brief moment of a sense of wonder and just, golly gee, this is incredible looking. Wow. Right back into, oh wait, this is Dark Souls. Let's not enjoy the scenery too much. Alright, let's get back to enjoying the scenery. And this is like back to that original Dark Souls promise of, like, if you see it, you can probably go there. Also, there's like a floating statue up there or something. I don't know if that's going to come across. It's right there, right above my sword. Don't know if that's going to come across in the video because of, the thrice compression. But yeah, you just have this grand crystal sticking out of the grounds of this courtyard. You have more of those fantastical god rays. The sun shining, you're well above, like, so many layers of clouds. Like, you've been above the clouds the entire time in this game, and you keep going above more clouds, and you go above more clouds, and it's like, you're very nearly on top of the world. Like, the only thing that's higher than this is, like, Seath's chamber itself, and that was up an elevator, and you've been there before. So it's just like, this is fairly top of the world. And over here you get another view of just like that incredible skyline, just god rays and all. Fwah. Just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. And like when you look down you can see Honor Londo below and it's just like, as deep into the world as we've gone, like it feels like this is the highest point of the game. Like we can know, like outside of going into the sky itself, which I already feel like we've gone into the sky 3 times. Like this is it. This is the pinnacle. So here we have the choice of, do we go forward or do we go get our bonfire? I'm leaning towards, let's get the dang bonfire. We're still human. So we can, kindle immediately. We don't have to, reverse hollowing. And also, that prison escape run, that's just... It's a fun sequence once you're down there, it kind of sucks to try to, like, just keep getting in or out of. A little bit short on the level. That's not the button I wanted. Let's try that again. Repair equipment. So at this point, right, I forgot to poke at the bonfire in the prison. We can't warp out of the bonfire in the prison because it's severed, like its link is severed from other bonfires, which we've only seen that in the Painted World, which also, I didn't get on camera because we were there before we had warp. But there are just those 2 bonfires that are, like, their link is severed from the rest of the world, which I really like that terminology. Like, it's really evocative of the link has been severed. So this route through here, like this kind of this area is a little confusing your first time through. Because like, okay, there's stairs up there that are, pointing one direction. It's also kind of rough because you have 2 of the channelers doing their dances and shooting spells at you the entire time, so it's like you don't want to stand still for too long. And as you're exploring, like, you might stumble back in that direction and realize, oh wait, this is where I came from. Yeah, it's like the entire time you're dealing with the channeler sniping you, you've got this other channeler that as soon as you start hitting them, they start to teleport around, and it's really only between like 2 points, but it's just enough to be like, well, I hit him, where did he go? And, you know, having played this way too many times, it's like I know that that first one will teleport over here. The one up top, though, he's the real nuisance, as he will teleport like across the upper levels. And we get to this, you know, we're in, just everything about this area is just screaming that high fantasy, just magic gone too far. Like, way too many books, way too many floors of books. Something is amiss here. It's like, knowledge is, of course, you know, a valuable asset. But, like, in this high fantasy sort of thing, it's just like, I don't know. It's knowledge is power, and power corrupts, I guess. There's just something amiss about everything. You have the fun of these staircases. That it's like, okay, I see what's going on. I saw a staircase in the other way, or in the other direction. And if I spin this, then I can turn it around and get up there. Also, brief aside, way down below, right above my UI for like my spells and weapons, there's a chest. And in there is the Evelyn, which is a fun crossbow that shoots like 3 bolts at a time. I don't wanna bother trying to get it. It took me a few playthroughs to even realize that chest was there. And then when I did, it was just like, there's no good way to get it. The only way to get down there is to drop off of the bottom of those stairs as it is turning. And you can kind of consistently do it by flipping this. So you turn the lever so the stairs are pointing in the different direction. And then you flip it again. And as the stairs are turning, you like, basically it's, you hit the lever and then you walk down the stairs. You don't run, you walk down the stairs. And then just walk off the bottom and you'll catch the bookshelf. It's such a small space to hit. It is a no fun weapon to get. Alright, where's our channeler gone? Usually the channeler is still up there at the top of the stairs. I don't know where he's run off to. But, well, hey, this is where we get the wait a minute with the stairs. Because those stairs were flipped around. And at this point it clues you in that it's like, oh, the stairs... Did he teleport? Chandler, where did you go? Yeah, it's at this point that it kind of clues you in that the stairs are actually linked between each other. So hitting the lever on either side will flip both stairs. But hey, strong magic shield. I have never messed with the strong magic, like the magic shield spells. Like they never seem properly useful. Also, I'm really concerned about that missing channeler. Like, is he just going to show up somewhere and just give me a bad time? We'll find out, I guess. Oh, and then we have this jerk. Problem solved. Now, I'm fairly certain my first time through, I didn't come over and immediately hit this lever. I'm pretty sure I started messing around in these other rooms, and there's a lot of chests in here. And where there's a lot of chests, there's a mimic or two. I honestly don't remember how many mimics are in here. Like, I will find them. But, yeah, there's at least one mimic in here. So let's go ahead and hit that lever. Oh geez, there he is. Where are you going to even teleport to, my dude? Oh goodness. Alright, be right back. Killing... You know what? Screw it. Let him go wherever he went. If he surprises us later, then you know what? We'll be surprised. Chains away. This one's okay. And, well, hey, the channeler set. Channeler set is just kind of fun to mess with. It's fun fashion souls. Hey, look, it's a mimic. And here is our enchanted scimitar. No, it's a crystal ember. I think this is the enchanted scimitar, is that mimic. Well, hey, there's our key that we need to get Big Head out. And this is the last mimic, I think. So, let's get silver with, I guess. Enchanted falchion. Not a scimitar. At this point, it was very much just like, okay, cool. Now I have 2 enchanted weapons. I kind of feel like I also, my first time through, didn't notice this lever over here. So it's like I got down here, got kind of confused. Probably got killed by that mimic or something. Had to do that whole run through, realized, oh hey, I should hit that lever. And then came over here and it's just like, well, this is clearly suspicious. Oh wait, there was a lever here the entire time. Which that's just a neat little, like, mechanism. We have more of these cool, like, gears and everything, and it looks like there might be some mechanism over here. There's this tucked away little chest that has prism stones. And again, this is a case of Dark Souls trying to give you the tools you're going to need in order to get through the next bit. And prism stones try. Alright, so before we run on, let's kindle this bonfire. Since this is our bonfire for fighting Seath, it is a long run to Seath. A really long run. And I am curious how old my patch is, because I don't know when they added it, but they did add a few dev messages, and I kind of wish they hadn't in one of these cases. It's one of those things is it potentially gets into like the murky, like, what is too difficult for difficulty's sake. Do I even need more endurance? 75 gives me about, what is that? 30, not quite, no, it will be 37. It's like 37.8. We're at 36. If I put on calluses for being better for me anyway. Like, that gets me up to... Just doing some math here. The always fun of Dark Souls, doing a quick bit of math regarding your, yeah, that looks like it's 37.1, so I should be good on endurance. Great. Let's throw this into intelligence. Like, intelligence and faith are each getting us 2 points of damage on our Artoria's greatsword. Dexterity right now is also getting us 2 points. Like, everything's great. We are getting 2 points, like, no matter where we put that point. Now, the thing about upgrading strength with it is that two-handing does, like, essentially act as a 1.5 multiplier on your strength score. So, for every point of strength, like, it counts for 1.5 when we are two-handing. But also, strength is the lowest stat boost on this sword. I think strength and dexterity are actually matched. Anyway, let's go get Logan. He's not on this level. It's runs like this, where you just kind of stop giving any credit to enemies. That you end up getting killed. So this was very foolhardy. Let's not die. How about that? Let's actually take the full way down, just because. And let's not rest at this bonfire so we can just homeward bone. I don't know why I said it quite that way, but whatever. Problem solved. The run back to Logan is always longer than I want it to be, by a fair degree. And then once you get down here, you have to deal with an entire pile of these creatures that are really just kind of they're concerning. Interestingly, if I do a jump attack, I'm actually hitting the, like, overkill mark that gets me the bonus souls, which, that's kind of nice.
Hello again.
Why am I talking to you? I have the key. Now let's chat.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery. Hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll head out soon. I wish to lay down my plans before I visit the archives.
Now, interestingly, that, like, as payment, I will, teach you spells. That, at this point, he doesn't care what your intelligence is. He will actually sit down and say, yeah, you know what, if you want, you can buy my spells. Whereas before, like at Firelink, he only taught you spells if you had enough intelligence, but now you can just buy spells outright, which is a nice... It's a nice little change. And part of that is also so that you can continue his NPC storyline, because we've hit the point for Logan where you need to buy all of his spells in order to get him to shuffle on.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent. More than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you. And the secret of Seath's immortality.
And importantly, he mentions that last bit there. Well, let's have a look at spells real quick. Hey, Soul Spear, it's his signature. Magic Weapon, Magic Shield, okay, those things. Ooh, Crystal Soul Spear, you say. Only 50,000 souls, you say. Only 44 intelligence, you say. And again, this is how I fell into magic, was just like these incremental, like, needs more intelligence. And yep, things sure got big, bad crystal spells. Homing Crystal Soul Mass, ah yes. All of these nice things. All of the stuff that is going to take just way too much intelligence. Actually, we'll hit Homing Crystal Soul Mass. That one's, might have to pick that one up. Since we are, like, one intelligence away from being able to use that one. But also, he mentioned Seath's immortality, which, as, like, first time through since I was playing as mage, I could shoot Seath, and I saw, oh good, Crystal Spear did damage, and it does not affect Hellspar. And we saw it a little bit with my tiny little crystal, or homing soul mass, that just, 54 damage that he did not care about.
The secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest. The tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent, a great pool of knowledge, the fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation, but his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice, and I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful scaleless beast. The tomes stop.
All right.
Farewell.
I do just love that Kurt just farewell, and that's it. That's he's done. Get out of here. I'm gonna read my books. I do really appreciate Logan and his, like, I don't know, his outlook here, because it's that, like, it's that fascination, admiration, and, like, at the same time, the admittance that something's off. And where Logan takes a step too far, it's just like, you know what, sacrifices must be made. Like, that's the step that goes just a little bit too far. Anyway, we've got things to do. I would really like to wrap up the Duke's archives, but we only have... Yeah, we're pretty deep into the episodes already. Let's see if we can do it. Let's start with just rushing to the middle. I think I have done something out of order here, because I would have thought there'd be a golden golem in here. So I guess we're going to have to poke some questline things ahead of time. So there are a bunch of items and also a bunch of crystal golems around this yard. I know. That one was very much just like okay, this should work. And then as soon as both of them started winding up, it's just like, I've made a mistake. That's Dark Souls for you. Just gotta put you right back in your place every once in a while. Luckily, that's a nice short walk back to where we were. So yeah, the entire reason we came out to Seath's archives first. Turns out I always forget that step of the Youngin Night quest. We need to head into... We need to go down into Blighttown first, and then things happen up here. That lighting shift, and look at how much cooler the golems look in this light. And not dead? Not dead. They're dead. So I love the Crystal Cave. Oh wow, I never noticed you could see the sun from around here. Boy, that was a real bad dodge roll. All right, are you going to back off, Crystal Golem? Can I continue? Are we fighting? All right. Now then, I really like that. I never knew you could see the sun from down here. That's neat. It's so pale and faded. That's really cool. But yeah, Crystal Caves. Really thematically love them. Mechanically, kinda. Mixed feelings. Mostly because of a certain point. So yeah, my first time through would have been okay, great. Let's go down the crystals. And then you get down here, and this is where we get into like the patched versus unpatched stuff, because I do have a late enough patch that they added this dev message, which I really wish they hadn't. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, this was an absolute puzzle. Like, I got down here and it's just like, wait, what? There's nothing here. Like, there was no dev message there to point you to, hey, these are invisible platforms. Like, they were just invisible platforms, and the only hint you had were like the little falling crystal snowflakes there, like those. And I remember, like, I basically got down to the bottom and it's like, wait, what? What's going on? And then kind of like searching around, and it was either I came back up here and then noticed, wait, those crystal snowflakes are like, they're stopping, and then like, you know, very carefully tread out to get woohoo of humanity. But like, it was very much just like meandering around. Like, I think I fought this crystal butterfly just trying to figure out, like, what do I do next? And then realizing, oh wait, hold on, there's all these little crystal snowflakes that keep, you know, hitting the ground, and they are hitting something right in front of me here. Like, right where that dev message is, that's where you would have been able to see the crystal snowflakes, like, hitting the invisible walkway. And then you have just, like, the very slow, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, slow walk forward. And they also, like, gave you all of these prism stones. And, you know, there's a reason they gave them to you. Because now you can mark the path, kind of. That's very dim. But yeah, my first time through, like, I spent a ton of time. Like, it took me a while to figure it out, but oh man, it felt real good figuring that out on my own. Like, that was one of those, like, that was one of those really interesting puzzle solves of, like, the answer was always right in front of you. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Now, what's interesting is these are technically golden golems. It's just with the oh, Lord. Oh, no. Yep, that was a bad corner. But yeah, the shaders there make it to where the yellow that they would have, that nice golden color, like, it sucked out all of the color and they just look white and almost blue. But, like, they still have just, like, a hint of that almost golden sheen. And also, they're just really big. And they've got that, the big, like, containment crystal section on their back. Oh. But, I don't know, like, this, again, we're coming back to, like, the same things I've been saying week after week regarding, like, the orange soapstone messages. Like, if I had been playing online the entire time and I got down here, there'd be, you know, 100 messages along the route of the invisible path. And while I appreciate that in the invisible maze of crystals to try to, you know, where the blue titanite slab is, like, that is an absolute maze, and it's kind of, oh boy, that way sucks. Just flat out. That way just sucks. And it's really just a pain, and it's really difficult to find where you're going there, but like with orange subsequent messages, it takes away all of the surprise, all of the mystery of the invisible walkways. You know what? So, running down... Yep, I have made a mistake. There we go. Wow. So right there, at the bottom of the crystal, let's talk about that while I get back to my body. Running down the base of to the base of this crystal, like after taking out this crystal golem, and I really should just take out this crystal golem because once he dies, he stays dead. The collision is a little wonky down at the bottom of that crystal. So much so that when I first played the game, I like went down towards the base of the crystal and then just kind of went, oh, this looks like I'm getting pushed off of the crystal. I should probably not go this way. And that led me to finding the next invisible walkway that leads down to the next crystal where there's another big crystal golem and an item. And that's it. There's no progression or anything down there. So I spent a good while confused about like where to actually go next. I guess that could be your argument against, you know, everything I've just said about like really liking the invisible crystals and like the hint being the little snowflakes and not having this stupid, I really do not like that they put a message here. I really do not like that because it takes away everything about that being like a potential, like an actual puzzle and like this just fantastical element. It just makes it into game stuff. I don't know. All right. Excuse you? Oh, come on. There we go. Problem solved. He jumped off the ledge. So, yeah, somewhere, like, there it is. Like, you can see, well, I can see, again, will it survive thrice layers of compression? There's an item, like, directly above my head, and then there's this invisible walkway down to that crystal. Like, that's what I thought I had to do to progress, was go down this crystal, and then it was just a matter of, like, trying to figure out way too long. Like, this is the bit where it's like, I'm getting slowly pushed off the edge of the crystal, and it's just like, you know, I hit that, and I took that as, oh, there's like an invisible wall, I'm not supposed to go this way or something. That bit of collision, like, threw me off for at least an hour, probably more. And, again, I don't think this dev message existed either. Like, I really think at launch and, like, for a long time, I don't know when they patched in these messages. And again, I just really wish they hadn't, because it takes away the mystery and it takes away all of this being a fantastical world and this just being a truly fantastical element of a game, and like you feeling just absolutely brilliant for solving this and figuring this out on your own. And it's just, it's just now it's just a game element. It's really just like, oh, this is very video gamey, invisible platforms, teehee. Well, we got 2 or 3 of them. Not bad. So, that item out there, again, right above my head, that's the Blue Titanite slab. We're not going through that little invisible crystal maze. There's a few, like, catacorner crystals, and it's just not a fun time. It's time consuming, I'll fall off, I'll die. Let's just get down to the bottom of this crystal. Take this item, and then fight some clams. Also, this is an elegant reuse of early game enemies. Like, we've seen that already in, like, oh, here's pinwheels for Nito, here's a bunch of, you know, the demons for the Demon Ruins and Lost Izalith. And here we have a bunch of Moonlight Butterflies, but, like, they're not aggro to start, so they feel... I don't know, it just feels better, if you ask me. Like, it feels like a much more elegant reuse of early game bosses. It's just having these not aggro... just having these quiet butterflies around. So, clams. Clams sure are enemies. These are one of those enemies that's, like, really surreptitiously deadly. It's like they've got that charge attack that is a... It almost always breaks poise. That wasn't what I intended, but you know what? It worked. They have this, like, really quick little stab with their legs. There's just a bunch of them down here. Yeah, that... Oh, geez, you're not dead. But yeah, he got me with the little really quick leg stab attack. And that thing is just kind of rough. Again, Dark Souls with its just incredible little views. Like, they do this a lot, where it's just like, based off of the, like, entryway into a room, like, they know how to set a scene. And that is just, like, you have this mist, like, it almost looks like an altar. Like, this almost looks like an altar with hues of fog on either side, and the shining crystal where a podium would be, and this walkway down the middle. I'm not going to heal up, and that's probably a mistake. do just love having Seath come down and be so angry. Like, you're approaching his immortality. He will not stand for this. So we're going to try for the tail cut just a little bit. Seath's tail cut is just a pain to get. But I really want it. Like, I really love having that sword. I'd really love to just show it off just because it's really silly. Like, it... silly is not the right word for it, but, like, it's a cool sword. One, no, heck. Well, okay. This is a problem with Seath. And that's going to seal this episode, I think. Well, cursed, your HP is halved. Lifting the curse requires a purging stone or the aid of a healer in New Londo. So, yeah. Oh, that... Tell you what, I think we might do a sidestep here. We're going to end the episode on this because that is a thing that can happen with Seath. The whole reason we came up to Seath first was to deal with some of the future stuff with the Onion Knight storyline. Lutz, instead, will take a trip into New Londo. Since we're cursed, we don't need to worry about doing stuff. So that'll be next time. Let's dive into New Londo, see what we can find. Gosh dang and heck. Oh, getting cursed is brutal, and that is one of the worst parts of Seath's fight, is that it's really easy. Like, if things go wrong, you can just end up cursed. And yep, I think I might have a purging stone, but we're going to do the more interesting way. It looks like I'm wrong. I don't see a purging stone, and a quick dive through my items. We, in fact, do not have a purging stone, so we'll do this the classic way. We're heading to New Londo next time, and we're going to be cursed. So, that's a plan. Dang it, Seath. Oh, buddy. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.